Welcome to the Sax Conservatory. Here are 5 things you can do right now to become a better saxophone player. Hi, my name is Mike Anklewicz, and I am a saxophone player from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I've been playing professionally and teaching saxophone and clarinet for the past 20 years. If you follow the link underneath the description, you can go to my website and see all about me, and I'm going to share some knowledge with you to help you become a better saxophone player. So let's get started. Here are 5 things you can do right now to become a better saxophone player. Number 1, get back to basics. Every saxophone player can benefit from going back to basics. It can help make your weaknesses into your strengths. One of my teachers, Bruce Redstone, told me about the 5 T's of daily saxophone practice, and they're tone, tonguing, technique, tunes, and theory. Tone covers all of the things that go into generating and sustaining a good sound. So you're going to work on even some breathing exercises, some long tones, mouthpiece exercises, overtones, and even vibrato, all to help you with that sound. The second T is tonguing. So you're going to work on the mechanical placement of your tongue on the reed, the coordination between your fingers and your tongue, as well as speed, clarity, and of course some advanced techniques like double tonguing and slap tonguing. Number 3, technique. This covers all of the scales and arpeggios, major, minor, chromatic, whole tone, diminished, anything that you can think of, even dominance and other types of chord structures that you think are going to help you become a better saxophone player. And there's so many possibilities for you to incorporate this into your playing. Finally, tunes is the 4th element, the 4th T. And tunes can cover tunes that you're working on, jazz tunes, improvisation, classical etudes and repertoire that you've been working on. All of these things are going to really help you see the benefits of all of the technical practice that you've been doing. The 5th T is theory, and theory is amazing for helping you become a well-rounded musician and knowing all of the things you need to know to help you with that. But we're going to focus more on just playing the saxophone, so we're going to focus on the 4 T's. Getting back to basics is really important sometimes, and helping to identify those weaknesses to turn into strengths can really be done well if you have an experienced teacher. Check out the link below to find instructions on how to contact me for a free online consultation. Then we can help you become a better saxophone player. Number 2, play it differently. So we all get into a rut sometimes. So what we want to do is try to get out of that rut in different ways. So if you're playing classical repertoire, try to just eliminate all the articulations and dynamics that the composer or editor has put in. Now put in your own. You don't even have to write it in. Just play freely and play the music and see how you would play the piece if you were the one creating those dynamics and articulations. Another option is to take a piece and play it at a different tempo. Play it slow if it's supposed to be fast. Play it fast if it's supposed to be slow. And that way you can change the way that you're playing something and change your perspective on how you're hearing it. If you play a lot of jazz, you can do the same type of thing. Play a slow ballad as a medium or fast swing, or the other way around. Or play a swing tune as a Latin piece. Any way that you can play a tune that is different is going to help. The last little exercise you can do is to find the skeleton or essence of a tune. Something like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is a very simple tune, but we can even simplify it even more. That's just it, 4 notes, 2 times on each note, but we can simplify that even more. And then you can improvise, or you can create your own interpretation of the song, filling in those gaps and connecting those skeleton points, or fleshing it out. Number 3, listen. This is one of the most important things you can do as a musician, and that's listening to yourself really carefully when you practice. Play a long note, just one note. I like to start with a B. Listen to it as closely as you can. Hear every nuance, every waver of the pitch, every waver of the sound. Ask yourself, is it a strong sound? Is it a thin sound? Is it very edgy? Is it very warm? What are the characteristics of the sound and what are the characteristics of the note? These things are going to really help you when you're listening to yourself objectively. Then play the note again. Listen for the same things. Don't judge it. Just listen, experience it, and understand what is happening. A lot of the time, just that openness is going to help you find ways to make it better the next time. Number 4, record yourself. I know, it's scary to record yourself, and especially to hear it back afterwards. It's hard to even listen to your own voice after recording it. But here's the thing, is that the sound that we hear when we play the saxophone isn't from outside ourselves entirely. Some of that sound is coming through the bones of our head because that reed is vibrating in our mouth and the bones in our head vibrate as it carries it up to our ear. Another thing that we have to keep in mind is our musical imagination. We have a history of listening to the saxophone played by so many different people, and we hear all of that in our heads when we play. And how we hear ourselves is influenced by this imaginatory sound. So when we record ourselves, we're taking us outside of our own heads, outside of that vibration inside the head, and outside of our musical imagination to hear ourselves as we really are. And of course, this is going to help us get better. Number 5, play for fun. When we practice, there are times that we are really focused on what we're doing and very methodical. But there are also times that are good to just play for the fun of it. Play to enjoy the sound. Just make a noise, loud, soft, high, low. Move your fingers in patterns that you wouldn't normally. Try different things and just don't judge yourself. Just play for the pure sound of it. And when you do that, you will explore what you like and what you think sounds good and what you think is fun to play. And those processes are where we can do a lot of learning. So those are our 5 things you can do right now to become a better saxophone player. Don't forget to look below for instructions on how to book a free online consultation with me to help you get better right now. If you liked what you heard today, subscribe to our channel, come back soon, and keep playing.